Guys, super quick coaching minute. You ever felt apathetic, maybe overwhelmed, maybe confused about what to do every single day when you get into the office? I think that's true of a lot of real estate agents, new agents and experienced agents, because there's so much information coming at us all the time. There's a zillion ways to prospect and lead generate and follow up, and there's all these types of techniques and strategies. And here's the secret: a lot of them will work, but when we become overwhelmed, a confused mind says no. Great book by Mel B that is called The 5-Second Rule, and she talks about this myth of motivation where we wait for somebody to motivate us, or we wait to get internally motivated to do something. And then what happens is when we begin to do anything that we have any fear attached to, we insert a moment of hesitation. And that moment of hesitation leads us to stopping and finding something else to do. We get trapped in getting ready to get ready. And what happens is we never do anything. We justify failure. And we find reasons not to do something at all costs to put ourselves a little bit further away from that fear point. So I'm going to give you something that's called the Einstein Technique. It's super simple, and here's what it is. The Einstein Technique means that if you've ever read anything about Albert Einstein, he only had one basically set of clothes that he wore. It was a very simple set. He had 5 sets of those, but there was no decision making for him. He wore basically the same pants, the same shirt, the same suit every single day. Why did he do that? He wanted to simplify his life so he could focus on the important things. I'm going to suggest to you that you, as a realtor, need to simplify what you're doing. You need to narrow down your choices. When you narrow down your choices and you only give yourself 1, 2, maybe 3 options for lead generation, this will actually open up your world, because you'll focus on 1 thing or 2 things or 3 things, but not 10 things and not 20 things and not 100 things. You're going to focus on just the core things you want to do every day. I'm going to suggest to you that you set that as maybe a goal for the next 7 days, 10 days, 30 days, where you only, when you wake up in the morning, you say, I can do 1 of 3 prospecting ideas, I can do 1 of 3 lead generation ideas, and that's all you do. You don't say, I'm going to go search for the magic bullet, or I'm going to read some new podcast, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to only do these 3 things, and see what happens to your business when you simplify. At the eRealEstateCoach, we're all about simplification. We have the motto is the path to real estate Zen, and Zen is about redundancy. It's about reductionism. It's about finding what works and applying it to your business over and over and over again. Simplification is hard. Complication is easy, and we tend to complicate our life and our systems in real estate. So find 2, 3 things you're going to do every week. Now, you might say, what are those things? I'm going to give you 3 simple things. We have hundreds and hundreds of ideas at eRealEstateCoach, a complete cafeteria, if you will, for you to choose from. But here's 3 quick ideas. 1 is to get on the phone and start referring something to your clients, your sphere of influence, that you think that they might enjoy. Now, you might say, that sounds super simple, but how many of us have done that? Have you referred something to them of interest to them? What I mean, that could be a restaurant, it could be a movie, it could be a technology tool, it could be something that relates to what they're going through in their life right now. If you're watching their Facebook feed and using that as a CRM in and of itself, you're going to see things that are interesting to them, and you can say, hey, I just noticed that your daughter's getting married, there's a wedding show, here's a link to it, thought you might want to know. If you want to receive more referrals, you need to use the law of reciprocity. You need to start giving more referrals. When you give, you will begin to receive. That's 1. Second one is to do something called rooftopping. Rooftopping simply means, as a commercial broker, many commercial brokers, when they list a property for sale, they figuratively think of themselves as standing on that roof of that building, and they look out on the horizon, and 80% of the time, the person that's going to buy that building will be visible within that radius. So I want you to think about that when you are in your own office. In your own office, do you know every business owner around the office? Have you went out and did a business card exchange with them by simply saying, hey, I work over at that office, and I wanted to exchange business cards with everyone around the office because I haven't met you yet. I'm a realtor, by the way, and I always like to refer my clients that are moving into the area to a local business. Tell me what you guys got going on here. By the way, do you have a realtor that you refer to? Do you have a short list of realtors if you have anybody that needs real estate services? You start that conversation. Now, the third thing, super simple, is to begin going after a specific market. I'm going to just say for sale by owners this morning. And now, your for sale by owner market, easiest thing in the world is to make an appointment with them. You get on the phone and make an appointment. Here's how you do it. You just say, "Hi, I'm calling because I noticed your ad in Craigslist. I noticed your ad, wherever it is. Saw your sign. You found them somewhere somehow. My name is your name. I work at your company, and I want to tell you, I'm not calling to list your house. I respect your decision to sell on your own, but I do have a quick question. If I had a qualified buyer, would you allow me to show the property?" That simple script is going to land you an appointment 80 to 90% of the time. There's 3 quick ideas. Give yourself 3 things to do every day. Simple. Use the Einstein Technique. Good selling. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.